A French court has upheld a 3-year prison sentence against former President Nicolas Sarkozy for corruption and influence peddling. Some of the allegations he faces include seeking millions of euros in financing from the regime of then Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. The court rules that Sarkozy should serve a 1-year detention at home with an electronic bracelet and banned him from public office for 3 years. The former French leader left the courtroom without making any comments. However, his lawyer said that they would appeal before France's highest appeals court. Now, Sarkozy served 1 term from 2007 to 2012, and he has been struggling with legal troubles ever since leaving the office. In March of 2021, a court found he and his former lawyer formed a corruption pact with a judge to obtain and share information about a legal investigation. This came to light after Sarkozy's 2 official phone lines were tapped. The prosecutors have investigated allegations that former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi funded Sarkozy's election campaign with about $5 million, and this in return for the business contracts that he received. The criminal charges imposed on him include concealment of laundering public funds, passive corruption, illegal campaign financing, and criminal conspiracy. Sarkozy was one of the 13 individuals involved in the case. These are on charges of complicity in illegal campaign financing. Now, for more on this, we are being joined by our correspondent Ross Cullen. Welcome to the broadcast, Ross. Now, critics had nicknamed Nicolas Sarkozy as quote-unquote bling bling because of his leadership style. Whether it was bling or not, that is of course up for debate, but it was definitely controversial because 9 years later it is still unraveling. Was it expected that he will lose his appeal in the court?
Yes, he brought that appeal against the conviction and the sentence that was imposed on him for corruption and influence peddling, losing that appeal, but his lawyer saying today that he thought it was stupefying and detestable, the results on Wednesday of the to refuse his appeal against the conviction and the sentence, and his legal team saying that they will be taking this now to the Court of Cassation. That is France's highest court, and the next stage for the Sarkozy legal team to try to overturn this conviction, overturn this sentence of 3 years in jail, 2 years of which will be suspended and 1 year is at home wearing an electronic tag. Certainly perhaps not the image that we are accustomed to when it comes to presidents of the Republic. Sarkozy serving 1 term in office, and he is the longest lived president. There's no living presidents before him, but Sarkozy and François Hollande, since they've left office, has been slightly quieter for François Hollande, the socialist president. Certainly there's been more noise around Nicolas Sarkozy with different trials and different convictions. He has pled not guilty in all these different legal processes, and the next stage, as I say, for this current process about influencing and trying to influence a judge and trying to bribe a judge, well, the next stage for that is in France's highest court.
Exactly, and that is exactly what I was going to come at. They are going to approach France's highest court. How do you see that panning out?
Yeah, well, that's the next stage, and we will have to wait and see for what the judges in the Court of Cassation in the centre of Paris decide. This latest appeal was ruled on by the Paris Court of the City, but now it's time, according to the Sarkozy legal team, to take this to the national level, the highest court in the country. That's how serious they see this this situation regarding the bribing of the judge, and that apparent conviction that they would like overturned, that sentence that they would like commuted. You mentioned also some possible legal trials coming up. There is a retrial over the so-called Big Malian case, which accuses a PR company of writing fake bills to mask overspending in Sarkozy's failed 2012 re-election bid, and also the case linked to his successful 2007 election bid when he won the Elysee Palace for the first and only time, linked to potentially funding coming from the Gaddafi regime. Nicolas Sarkozy says that he is not guilty in any of these cases, and he denies all the charges.
All right, Ross, thank you for getting us all those updates.